From Hunter, how realistic would Deshaun Watson of the Browns be with the rumors earlier this week about the Browns looking into it? It's tough to know because if he doesn't get cleared off the field, you can't bring that guy in. You just cannot do it. So if that stuff gets cleared and Watson, who has a no-trade clause, by the way, wants to go to Cleveland, then maybe at that point it starts to make some sense to have him as a fit. I think if you're the Browns, you owe it to your franchise to look in to other quarterbacks. You might not be able to pull it off, might not make sense, might be too expensive, whatever, but you got to look into it. John Kruger, out on Baker Mayfield in Cleveland. I'm not all the way out, but I am concerned about Baker Mayfield in Cleveland. His footwork, to be blunt, is a disaster. It was never great, but it has regressed as of it's a disaster. Now, maybe when he gets that shoulder fixed in the offseason, all he does is take a Dak Prescott, Josh Allen approach and fix that footwork and get it right because he has the raw talent. But when your footwork is that bad, it's really tough to have consistent success, and that's been the issue. So if you can get a Rodgers or a Wilson, let's ride. Sorry, Baker. See ya. Otherwise, you probably roll it back for one more year. Now, if you want to join these live mailbags, this is a great opportunity. All you have to do is hit that big red button and subscribe right now. It's free. All the mailbags are done live here on Chat Sports. So if you want in, hit that big red button and subscribe for free videos every single day here on Chat Sports.
What up, Bailey? Most disappointing team this year overall. From top to bottom, I guess I'm going to go Seattle. I get that Russell Wilson has been battling some injuries, but, think about it. It's been a really, really big disaster. I might also go ahead and say Jacksonville because I know a lot of people, when they paid Urban Meyer the amount of money they did, they're like, oh, you got Trevor Lawrence. It's going to be a total change. That quite didn't happen. So I am, though, going to say Seattle. I think most people for Seahawks fans, also the Browns, had some high hopes on the Browns as well. Let's go to Doug Blasey. Which teams are the most likely to trade for Russell Wilson? All right, so basically Russell Wilson trade destinations. We're going to be doing a lot of these videos this offseason, so stay tuned. Make sure you hit that big red button that says subscribe. For me, I'm going to go ahead and say the New York Giants are going to be up there. It wouldn't surprise me if the Cleveland Browns came a-calling. Look for a team like the Raiders could be up there. The Denver Broncos could be up there. I know Philly has shown some interest, though. I've been actually pretty impressed by what I've seen so far from Jalen Hurts. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be a team to keep in mind. Carolina Panthers are going to be a team to keep in mind. So off the top of my head, hopefully that's enough teams for a potential Russell Wilson trade. Now, if Wilson is traded, there's going to be sirens going off. There's going to be all sorts of craziness happening here. And one of the things that I love that Chat Sports does is reactionary videos. We go live, and if as soon as the trade rumors start popping, we're going to be making Russell Wilson trade destinations. And if he is traded, I guarantee you right now, we are going live here on this channel. So make sure you guys hit that big red button that says sub. If you're looking for other reasons to subscribe, we're free. More subs we get, the more content we're going to be able to make here. We go live at least 3 times a week if we don't get breaking news. And, oh, yeah, videos every single day. All right, what is the biggest game of the week? There's a lot of NFL games. There's no Thursday Night Football this week. Personally, for me, when I look at some of these games on the slate, I'm going to say Raiders-Colts because I'm just a Raiders guy. But that Chiefs and Bengals game, that one really, really is interesting to me. I know the Rams have a pretty tough game as well. The Titans and Dolphins game has a lot riding on it. So please, let me know down in the comments section, what is the biggest game of the week?
James Tillery. Should the Browns get rid of Kevin Stefanski or Baker Mayfield or both? I think you keep your head coach. I know there's been some criticism of the Kevin Stefanski play calling, but look, your quarterback can't roll right. He's not playing all that well either, and you got to kind of figure out that perspective. It's a bit of an issue there. I'm going to keep Stefanski. If I'm the Browns, as a Baker Mayfield believer, if you can get an Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson, if the off-field stuff is cleared, don't you have to explore that? And if not, you roll it back for one more year and then make a decision later on Baker. So I think I think he keeps Stefanski, swing for the fences at quarterback. If not, give Baker another year. Because guess what? The free agency crop, the draft prospects, not really an upgrade, at least a proven upgrade. Again, if you missed it earlier, the Fanatics jersey deal is available. Chatsports.com/jersey deal. Under $90, a ton of NFL jerseys. Official Nike ones, by the way, from all kinds of different teams. All the NFL teams have a jersey for you guys. So whatever team you cheer for, they got you guys covered. We had the Tua question. Boom, there's one right there. Justin Fields. Some rookie jerseys are included for under 90 at chatsports.com/jersey deal. I'll put that link, by the way, in the comment section and in the description.
Let's go to Bailey. Biggest takeaway from this year from a fantasy football perspective. Now, my biggest takeaway is if you're in a fantasy league that does 2-week championships, you're dumb. Get out of those leagues ASAP, Rocky. Sorry, Chugs. I also love 2 quarterback leagues. If you're not in a 2 quarterback league, get in one as soon as possible because the quarterback position, when you do 2 of them, it makes it so much more competitive. And then my last takeaway is if you can get one of those top running backs that you know is going to get a lot of touches, sure, you can risk some injury. I'm going to go ahead and take those guys because there's so many amazing, talented wide receivers that pop up every year, like a Deebo Samuel. Yeah, I have him on basically all my leagues. Those are my takeaways for fantasy football. Now, if you want to talk more fantasy with me, I literally got my start in this industry doing fantasy. I used to write for Fantasy Pros. I used to actually do their start-sit. I did stuff for the fantasy footballers. I did stuff for Gridiron Experts. I did a lot of fantasy stuff, actually. And then I realized, well, not a lot of money in fantasy football. So I came over to Chat Sports. Now we do a lot of other NFL content, but I love it. I really, truly do. It's probably one of my favorite things to be able to talk about outside of just normal sports content. Now, I'm definitely more of a sports bettor now because that pays my bills, and I love betting on sports. But yeah, if you guys ever want to have any fantasy questions, please don't be afraid to ask me. Now, the new year is almost here. It's crazy to think that 2022 is here. Hopefully it's better than 2020, right? Yeah, it better be. Give me one of your New Year's resolutions. Usually ones that are like, I want to lose some weight, or I'm going to try to ride a bicycle, or I don't know, I don't want to drink for the entire month of January. Give me a New Year's resolution that you have. Throw it down in the comments section. Who knows? You might see it on a future show.
So who wins the Super Bowl? I think the parity this year means that any team that makes it outside of probably the 7 seeds have a real chance at making a run this year. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section.